Two people pull into the same Buc-ee's outside Austin at the same red light. One is driving a brand new lifted truck, paper dealer plates still taped in the window. The other is driving a 2013 Civic with a check engine light that's been on for a year. By every visual rule you've ever been taught, you already picked the winner. You're wrong, and the math behind why is genuinely brutal. In 2026, the flex is bankrupting people in plain sight, on purpose, every single month. Today we're opening up both of their finances, the car payments, the hidden debt, the real numbers, plus the new online trend that's flipping stealth wealth completely upside down. Jason is joining us too because he almost fell into this exact trap last month. By the end of this video, you will never look at a parking lot the same way again. This is Volky Econ 101. Let's get into it. It is 1:47 a.m. and you're staring at the ceiling fan going in slow circles. There's a cold cup of coffee from yesterday still sitting on the counter. Your phone is face down because you already checked your account balance twice tonight. Twice wasn't enough. Some part of you wants to check it a third time. You make decent money. On paper, you're living paycheck to paycheck. So why does it feel like you're failing a test nobody handed you the rules for? Here's the actual question that matters tonight. Are you the problem, or is the entire scoreboard rigged? Because somewhere across town, someone earning half of what you make is sleeping just fine. Not because more money is coming in, because they figured out something about money that almost nobody says out loud. It is not a side hustle. It is not a budgeting app. It is about who's actually footing the bill for the version of you that you're performing. Let's go find out who that 1:47 a.m. person really is. Here's the part nobody's bragging about online. Right now, in 2026, something like 4 out of 10 people making 6 figures are living paycheck to paycheck. 6 figures. The number we were all told meant you made it. Meanwhile, total credit card debt in this country just crossed $1.28 trillion. The average rate people are paying on that debt is over 22%. Auto debt is worse. It's sitting above $1.6 trillion total right now. 1 in 5 new car buyers is now paying over $1,000 a month just for the loan. Not insurance, not gas, just the payment. Almost half of Gen Z is getting some kind of financial help from their parents this year. And yet the internet has never looked more like a luxury showroom. For years, the rich played it quiet. No logos, no flexing, just boring, unbothered wealth. People called that stealth wealth, and everyone tried to copy the look. But 2026 flipped the script with something called loud budgeting. Instead of hiding the spending, people started posting the actual numbers. Can't come out tonight, I'm saving for a flight in March. Said out loud, on camera, no shame. It sounds small. It's actually a quiet rebellion against the old game. The old game was, look rich, say nothing, hope nobody checks the math. The new game some people are playing is, say the real number and let the math win instead. The two people in that Buc-ee's parking lot are living in 2 completely different games. One of them is performing a number for strangers who genuinely do not care. One of them is quietly building a number that's going to change her entire life. This matters because that gap is the actual reason some people retire at 45 and some people are still grinding at 70 with nothing saved. It's not luck, and it's mostly not even income. It's which game you're playing, whether you realize it or not. So let's actually meet the 2 people behind this story. All right, before we get into the story, let's bring Jason in.
Hey, what's up everybody, and nice to see you again, Volky.
Jason's been learning this stuff with me for a few months now, and it's really nice to see you back in our new episode.
Yeah, and NGL, that car payment stat already has me sweating a little.
Good, that's the right reaction. Quick gut check before we go further. When you see someone roll up in a brand new truck, what's your first thought? Right, that's the instinct almost everyone has. I had it too before I learned this.
Honestly? Okay, that guy's doing well for himself.
I'm saying it's wrong more often than it's right, especially in 2026.
So you're saying that instinct is just wrong?
I'm saying it's wrong more often than it's right, especially in 2026.
That's kind of unsettling, not gonna lie.
It should be. That instinct is exactly what keeps people broke while looking rich.
Okay, I need the actual story now.
Good, because it starts right in that parking lot.
Let's go. I really want to know what it is.
Problem intention. The guy in the truck, let's call him Dax, and he is 29 and works in sales. Dax just signed an 84-month loan on a truck that's stickered at $71,000. His payment is $1,140 a month for the next 7 years. Back at his apartment, a Parent Plus loan statement his mom co-signed sits unopened on the counter. There's also a half-built home gym he bought during a 1-week motivation streak back in January. Dax isn't a bad guy. He's just been fed one lie his whole life. The lie is, if you can make the payment, you can afford it. That sentence has been mathematically laundered to sound responsible when it's actually a trap. Banks didn't invent that sentence to protect Dax's wallet. They invented it to protect their own. That loan generates interest every single month, whether his truck is in traffic or sitting in his driveway. The dealership doesn't care if the truck still has value in year 5. They already got paid. Dax thinks he owns a truck. What he actually owns is a depreciating bill with a steering wheel. Now let's talk about Maddie, parked 2 spots down. Maddie's 27 and she makes $54,000 a year as a dental hygienist. Her Civic has 191,000 miles on it, and a check engine light that's just a loose gas cap. Again, she bought that car used 4 years ago for $8,400, cash. Every payday, before she even sees the money hit checking, $380 moves itself into an index fund. She's done this automatically since she was 23. She's not depriving herself either. She still gets her iced matcha and 2 concerts a year. She just refuses to let her car, her apartment, or her feed decide her number for her. Here is the myth we need to bust right now, the one Dax is living inside of. The myth, an $1,140 payment on a $71,000 truck is just the cost of being an adult. That's not a fact. That's marketing copy wearing a financial advisor's tie. The dealers, the banks, even some influencers, all of them profit when Dax believes that sentence. Nobody making money off that loan is going to be the one to tell him it's brutal math. So Jason, who do you think is actually doing better here?
I mean, now that you've laid it out, probably Maddie?
You sound unsure. I got that one.
It's just hard to unlearn. Like, my brain still says truck guy is winning.
That's the whole point. Your brain is reading a signal, not a bank statement.
Okay, but couldn't Dax still turn it around? Like, pay it off eventually?
He could if he changes the habit. Right now, he's 7 years deep into one decision.
7 years is wild for a truck.
It's wild for anything that loses value the second you drive it off the lot.
What about Maddie's car, though? Couldn't that thing break down any day?
Sure. Worst case, she spends a few $100 fixing a car she already owns outright.
Versus Dax owing thousands even if his truck gets totaled tomorrow.
Now you're getting it, Jason.
Okay, run me through the actual brutal math. I need to see the numbers.
Okay, let's do exactly that. Let's run Dax's brutal math first. And I mean genuinely brutal. His truck payment is $1,140 a month at an average rate around 6.9%. Over 84 months, he'll pay more than $25,000 in interest alone. That's before insurance, which on a brand new $71,000 truck easily runs $250 a month. That's before maintenance, before gas, before the new tires he'll need by year 3. The truck loses roughly 20% of its value in year 1 alone. By month 30, Dax will likely owe more than the truck is even worth. If it gets totaled, he is not done paying. He's paying for a truck that no longer exists. Now here's the opportunity cost. This is the part that actually stings. If Dax invested that same $1,140 a month instead, at a 7% average return, in 10 years, that's over $196,000 sitting in an account. In 30 years, that number crosses $1.3 million. So the real price of that truck was never $71,000. The real price was a truck plus roughly $1 million of his future self's money. Maddie's brutal math looks almost boring by comparison. That's exactly the point. Her $380 a month, invested since 23, will likely cross $1 million before she turns 55. She didn't need a 6-figure salary. She needed automation and patience. Now let's talk about why Dax's brain keeps choosing the truck anyway. It's not stupidity, it's brain chemistry, and honestly, it's not entirely his fault. Spending on status gives a real dopamine hit. the same circuit that lights up from food or attention. That hit fades in days, sometimes hours, which is exactly why he's already eyeing a new gym setup. There's a cortisol piece too. That's your stress hormone. People in true survival mode run hot cortisol. So weirdly, do people drowning in fake wealth. The first $1,000 someone saves is brutally hard, way harder than the next $10,000. That's because the first $1,000 has zero momentum behind it. It's pure willpower against pure temptation. Once you cross that line, something shifts. Cortisol measurably drops in studies on financial stress. You move from survival mode into wealth building mode, and your brain starts protecting the money instead of spending it. Maddie crossed that line years ago. That's why automation feels effortless to her now. Dax hasn't crossed it yet, which is why every dollar still feels like it's burning a hole in his pocket. This is exactly why Just Budget Better advice fails almost everyone who tries it. Okay, Jason, final gut check. Same question as before. Truck or Civic? Who's actually winning?
Civic, no question. It's not even close.
Why the change?
Because Dax bought a feeling for 7 years, and Maddie bought $1 million for the price of a used car.
That's exactly it.
I think I've been playing the wrong game this whole time, NGL.
Most people are. That's not a diss. It's just how we're wired and how ads are built.
So what do I actually do, buddy, starting tomorrow?
That's the system part. And it's almost insultingly simple.
I'm ready more than ever. Hit me.
It's not about willpower, Jason. It's about building a system so you never have to use willpower.
Okay, that already sounds like something I could actually stick to.
Let's lay it out for everyone watching too.
Let's go, go, go.
Here's the exit plan. None of it needs more discipline than you already have. First, automate it. Move money into investments the same day you get paid, before you ever see it. Second, use the 15-second rule. Before any non-essential buy, stop for 15 seconds and ask one question. Would I still buy this if I had to pay with cash in my hand right now? That one pause kills most impulse buys before they ever happen. Third, stop financing your identity. A payment is not a personality. Real wealth was never the truck. It was never the leased apartment. It was never the flex. Real wealth is what people call walking away money. The ability to leave a job, a city, a bad deal on your own terms. Maddie already has that. Dax is 7 years away from even starting to build it. Real wealth is quiet. It doesn't need $71,000 of validation sitting in a driveway. So here's your assignment. Look at one bill in your life this week and ask, is this buying me freedom or buying me a costume? If this opened your eyes even a little, that's the entire point of this channel. Please give us a like to our video and subscribe our channel. Join the club that's actually trying to win the real game, not the fake one. Because next week, we're breaking down the one number that predicts whether you retire rich or retire broke. And it's not your salary. It's not even your net worth. It's something almost nobody ever checks. See you in the next one. Stay tuned with us and keep in touch.